I'm 55, I'm getting older. There's a few things I notice at my age that I notice that I'm not done going pee till I'm like zipped up and 20 steps away from a toilet. A little bit of dribble here, dribble there. You know how that goes. I also found out that Taco Bell serves me not only as a meal but as a laxative. At my age, 55, a 4-hour erection is something to be proud of and I see my doctor for. Since I got these new glasses, it turns out I look less like Clark Kent, but more like his great-great-grandmother. She had some good whiskers going. So. Also, like a young comic guy came up to me last week and said, Paul, I had sex with a cougar. She was smoking hot, like 20 years older than me, like about your age, Paul. And I said, yeah, I've always had the fantasy to have sex with a cougar too, but at my age, it's more like having sex with a deaf leopard. So, that's the way this shit goes for me too. Speaking of deaf leopards, there's this lady at work, the cleaning lady comes in, she's deaf in one ear, and we talk a lot. Her name's Sarah, and she calls me Hollywood. She says, Hollywood, you like work 12-hour days and then you go do comedy at night. She says, I don't know how you keep it up. And I said, Viagra. And I told her there's an ad on TV says I should see my doctor for an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. And I'm thinking, yeah, my doctor wants to fuck. Otherwise, I'm going to see a prostitute. So I'm at my doctor's office, right? And my doctor says, Paul, why are you here to see me today? And I said, well, it's this wintertime deep depression. I can't seem to break out of it. And Doc says, well, tell me what's been going on. I said, well, the last 2 years have been pretty tough. I lost my house to foreclosure. I broke up with a fiance. I gave my cat away for adoption, and I'm kind of broke all the time. And my doctor says, well, you've been through quite a bit. Do you ever have thoughts of suicide? And I said, no. And he said, well, you really ought to consider it. And he said, stop coming in here with that erection all the time. So. Anyway, Paul Miller, that's my set. Give it up for Brian B. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Guys, I feel like I'm getting older. I'm 37, and I'm just pretty sure that the good years are behind me. But some of my friends think that my face looks pretty good for my age. And I would say that I'm flattered. Thank you. But I would like to think that my brown skin holding up is the least it could do since it's held me back in many ways. Right? Black people know what I'm talking about. A black man in Mississippi was declared dead about a month ago, which was a huge mistake because he ended up kicking his way out of a body bag when they dropped him off at the funeral home. Now, I know the South is part of America, but to me, burying black people who take really long naps seems like a really racist thing to do, you guys. Thank you. You guys, it's time to get real perfume. I have been using the free samples that fall out of magazines for so long that I actually rubbed a Kohl's coupon on my neck the other day. If anyone is interested in knowing, the scent I'm wearing today is called Savings. How come ointments and medications are the only products that come with the use only as directed warning? I feel like some produce would appreciate a similar piece of advice attached to them as a label, right? Like bananas, for example. Peel and eat only. Do not insert where you feel lonely. You guys are the best tonight. You all remember being really young and hormonal? Maybe you were 12 to 14 years of age and you would hear adults make random references to sex. You had no clue what they were talking about, but you were certainly intrigued to try it someday when it was appropriate. Aren't you glad sex isn't what you thought as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I thought it was our belly buttons. Yeah. I remember looking down at my tummy and thinking, hey, this looks pretty weird. Maybe it's for the future. But you know, at the same time, God was like, it's weirder than that. It's to your vagina. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Thanks again for coming out tonight. I almost got a speeding ticket today. I was in a mad rush to get to the grocery store because I found a recipe online I was dying to make. It's called Better Than Sex Cake. I put my heart and soul into this effort, and I'm here to let you all know that the woman who posted this recipe, not really into sex. It's a huge disappointment, you guys. It was terrible. I spent like an hour cleaning the kitchen when a thought occurred to me. Maybe the recipe had a typo in it. She left the word anal out. It was better than that. It's definitely better than that. I have a friend who's not talking to me right now. She turned 30 recently, and several parties were thrown in honor of this milestone. I couldn't make it to any of them, you guys. I was busy. What I wanted to say to her was, what do you expect? My parents are from a third world country, okay? They never plan birthdays. They plan funerals. I can't tell you how upset my father was when I outgrew a coffin he scored at a yard sale, guys. It was a really good deal. It was a really good deal. I was at a party recently, and I met a lot of new people. I introduced myself to one guy, and he said, "Your name is Nardos?" Man, that's interesting. I've never heard it before in my life. Do you mind me asking what the origin is? And I said, sure. I'm from Africa. And he was like, hey, I have a friend from Africa. Do you know Sekou Madazenga? And I was like, you know that Africa isn't the high school from Glee, right? It didn't graduate 30 seniors last spring because it's a continent. Africa is so big, you guys, the governments there don't even track people through a census anymore. But every year they write the same thing on their sheets. Too many people. I don't know your stupid friend. Some people have asked me, this is my last joke, some people have asked me, Nardos, would you ever go back to Africa to live? You know, connect with your roots? And I'm like, not a chance. I'm thankful to have left. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Africa's got a ton of problems. Did you all know that the life expectancy in Ethiopia is so low that when a 2-year-old there throws a fit, they don't even call them temper tantrums? It's more of a midlife crisis. Don't worry, guys, they'll make more. It's part of the problem. Thank you guys very much. My name is Nardos.
I've been watching a lot of sports lately. When I watch sports, I see commercials. When you see commercials, you see beer commercials. When I see beer commercials, I see slogans. There's always slogans in beer commercials. There's always things like, here we go, whatever works, stuff like that. They're trying to get you to inspire you to buy their beer. None of those things really inspire me. If you want a slogan that inspires me, you need something that resonates with me, something I care about. I think a slogan like, get your dick sucked. Well, that's a slogan I could get behind. It'd be like, if I saw a commercial for like Bud Light and it was like, Bud Light, hanging with bros, kicking it, grilling meat, looking at girls, go out and grab a case and get your dick sucked. I'd be like, it's time to go get some beer. It's time to get some fucking beer. I'm trying to get my dick sucked. I like saying it. Once you say get your dick sucked once, it just feels so good once it hits your lips. I just want to say it all the time. I wish it was just part of like common courtesy, you know, like your server comes back to your table and says, here's your bill, you guys have been great, have a nice night, and why don't you go out and get your dick sucked? Like, you get your dick sucked too. Sadly, that's not how it works. Masturbation is good. You all masturbators out there? Of course you are. Everyone's a masturbator. Masturbation and pooping is a universal truth between everyone. Everyone does it. It connects us all. We all do it. Everyone does it. If you walk up to someone, you should just be able to say, hey, how's masturbation going? You know, it's an icebreaker, because we all have it in common. It's uniting us all. Can't do that, though. Men and women masturbate differently. Women are very sensual. They're patient. They're erotic. They take their time. Guys are just kind of like, you know, we're just trying to get it over with. It's a chore. Women Women are discreet too. Women could masturbate in public and you would never know because you don't really know what there's a woman masturbating in this room right now. There she is right there, yeah. I got a skirt on, no one's looking, time to do work. If a guy was masturbating in public, you would totally know. It looked like... Men look so terrible when they masturbate. One time I was masturbating and I was looking at porn on my phone and my screen went to black because it like taken too long, I guess, and I saw the reflection of my face while I was masturbating. And it made me want to kill myself. I was like, holy shit, I hope I don't look like that during sex. It looks disgusting. Are you kidding me? I saw this interview with this guy who hasn't masturbated in 30 years, and he was talking about how he can focus so well now. He's won like 3 Nobel Prizes. He's a genius. He's like an astrophysicist. So I thought to myself, I need to do that. I'm going to stop masturbating. And I stopped masturbating, and he was right. I did regain tons of focus. I was so focused. I was the most focused I've ever been. It's just I was really focused on the fact of how fucking horny I was because I stopped masturbating. It was terrible. The longer you don't masturbate, the easier it is to be turned on by things. Like at about 2 weeks, a gentle breeze just would set me off, you know? I was taking a walk and I saw a really nice looking willow tree and I got like a half boner. I was like, look at that fucking bark. It's like, if you're getting turned on by a willow tree, it's probably time to masturbate. So I did. I'm back on the wagon. Off the wagon? Who the fuck knows? Who fucking knows? Alright, let's look at the notes. Oh, I'm gonna start masturbating on the internet for money. Because I'm not getting paid anything to masturbate right now. I feel like I'm leaving money on the table. What's what they say? If you do something good, never do it for free. I'm really good at masturbating and I'm not getting paid shit right now, so. Even if I just get like 1 subscriber to pay to watch me masturbate, give me like $10, that's way more money than I'm getting paid right now, so I'm into it. It'd be weird if I had just 1 subscriber though, he'd be like a regular, you know? Hey Frank, how's the family? Ready to get started? Alright, let's do work. I need to get some sort of fetish in order to get more traffic to the website. I think my fetish would be I'd be the best masturbator in the world. I could just do 1 pump. I'd just be like, ha! You know? Oh my god, did you see that guy? He's so good at masturbating. I'm gonna need a lot of practice, but you know. If I could just make enough money to buy like a pizza and a shirt, I would be stoked because I would look at that pizza and shirt and I would say, I masturbated you into existence. What a fucking country, you know? America. Yeah, anyways, alright. Masturbation, we covered that. What do we want to talk about now? Ooh, yeah, I'm really comfortable with my sexuality as a heterosexual man. Sometimes I wish I wasn't, though. I feel like it might be a little bit easier to be gay. You know? I understand men, I get men. We have fun times, we go on adventures, we laugh, we do fun things. Would it be so bad if you just watch a baseball game, have a couple beers, and suck each other's dicks? It sounds kind of nice, you know? I'm not gay, though, I know it. You guys are thinking, oh, he's definitely gay if he said something like that. But no, if I was gay, you would know it. I'd be gay as shit. I'd be so gay. I'd be the stereotypical gay guy that doesn't even exist. Like the guy that they talk about being in locker rooms looking at everyone's dicks in the shower. He doesn't exist in real life. That gay guy is non-existent, it's bullshit. But if I was gay, I would be that guy. That's me. I would ruin it for everyone. I'd be in the shower, I'd be looking at everyone's dicks, I'd be watching them, I'd be ruining it for all the other gay guys. I'd be all creepy too, I'd be like, yeah, soap your dick up. Yeah, that's right. Because if you're a girl and there's a naked girl, I'm gonna look at her. I don't care what she looks like, I'm gonna look at her. If I'm into man dick and I'm in a fucking hot steamy shower with a bunch of man dick, I'm gonna look at them. I'm just saying. But I'm not gay, sadly. I'm not into the dick. The dick is gross. It's a disgusting thing. I don't understand the penis. I don't know how it's getting any work nowadays. There's a lot of better options for the dick. There's a lot of replacement options, you know? The dick is gross. There's a lot of options that don't come attached to a sweaty, hairy guy, you know? There's dicks that vibrate and stimulate your clitoris, do all kinds of things like that, but you're still fucking with the old-fashioned ones. I don't know why, you know? And there's only one vagina, there's dicks everywhere. You can find it. This could be a dick. In a pinch, I can find a dick if I need to find one. There's only one vagina, though. But for some reason, men have the leverage. Men have the leverage in society, which doesn't make any sense. I think something's going wrong at the bargaining table. I think the women need a new union rep. Because your contract is terrible. It's a fucking terrible contract. You get paid less, you gotta shave your legs and paint your faces, and you gotta suck our dicks. That fucking fucking sounds terrible. Yeah. If you want to get equal rights, here's what you got to do. Go on strike on the dick for one day, bring in some scab dicks, start using those things, and one day you'll have equal rights. You'll be getting paid more than us, we'll be shaving our legs, and we'll be sucking your lady dicks. So, think about it. Alright, my name is Mike Lasher. You guys are rad.
For those of you keeping score, sucking dick, including lady dick, there was 12 total there. And masturbation 16 times there. So Mike's available for children's parties. See him after the show.
Work at a bullshit Mexican restaurant, and my stupid boss, who's my manager, she sucks, and she walked by me today and she was getting on me about my tomatillo salsa. And she said, "This is really green, but it's so delicious." And as she was going around the corner, I didn't think she'd hear me. I said, "Yeah, so is my dick." And she stopped like right there and went, "Ugh. I would never be around a green dick. Oh no, that's gross. Like, you're so silly, dude. Oh my God." And she was just sitting there. And what made me worry about myself is that I said, "You wouldn't fuck the Hulk or the Jolly Green Giant. That motherfucker's hung. Or the Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds. You wouldn't fuck that green dick. You wouldn't let that abuse all your holes. Yoda. He's got moves on moves. He would teach you something about yourself. In a little gangbang action, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you wouldn't let those fucking ripped fucking reptiles? Turtles, reptiles? I don't even fucking know what stuff is anymore. You wouldn't let them run a train on your back door because, oh my God, a green dick, you're so silly, jeez. It's stupid, I know, I agree. But I was just worried that how many like green dicks I could rattle off fast pace at her. You know, it's stupid. It doesn't matter. But she found out recently that I do comedy, and she's like, she sucks. I hate her so much. But like, I work at 8:30 in the morning, and as a drunk, 8:30 in the morning, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'm hungover. I'm just like, just let me cut my tomatoes. Let me clock in, cut some tomatoes, get the fuck out of here. But every day now that she's learning, she's like, "Yeah, tell me a joke." She like ferries up behind me and like tickles me a bit. "Hey, I got a joke you can use if you want this one. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear." And she'll pat me on the back and like skip on out back to the line. "Hey, thanks. Yeah, I'm so excited." I don't know what she expects from me, because she always says like, "You're a comedian, you're not funny. You don't say anything. You're just back here miserable." I'm like, yes, it is 8:30 in the morning, and I die a little bit every day because of how much I pour into my face. Drink specials, drink up everybody. Happy Mother's Day. But yes, I'm dying a little bit. Every day that I come here, I'm more dead and more hateful and vengeful. And I don't know what she expects. Like, she just expects to come to the back of the restaurant, and I'm just putting on a little 15-minute, "Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to the back of the restaurant. How you doing? Cutting tomatoes here. How you doing? Make sure to tip your waist up. Man, tomatoes are weird, aren't they? Where do you find your tomatoes? In your tomato shoes. Am I right? Oh my God, is this thing even plugged in? Hey, thanks to everybody for coming out. You know, what's with all these same-sex tomato marriages? More like tomatoes. He's so funny. Keep it going, Michael. You know what? If a male tomato was sucking a male tomato's dick, then they'd definitely be fruits. Oh my God, it's so funny. Just killing it in the back of the restaurant, chopping up these tomatoes. You know, maybe if the tomatoes fell off a roof, then they'd become vegetables. Oh my God, you're the funniest fucking person I've ever seen in my life. Hey, everybody. How many Mexicans does it take to pick a tomato? 10. One to pick the tomato, one to roll around in beans, one to roll my burrito, one to play shortstop for the Mets, one to cross into our country illegally, and one to fucking play La Cucaracha on his guitar, one to fucking have a family of 20, one to sit outside Home Depot, and one to take all our jobs. I don't know what's going on. people here? Oh. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Hope you weren't offended by that joke, you beaners. Excuse me, I mean big B's. I mean, you big B's. You big B ass big B's. Go fuck yourself. I don't know what she expects from me, but she can die. I hope she's dead. I hope she's dying right now because I have to work tomorrow, and I hope she's dead and she doesn't show up tomorrow, and I just show up and like, what happened to Amanda? She died. And be like, oh, I don't have to deal with her bullshit today? That's neat. Hey, Monday's not so bad, Garfield, you fuck. My boss died. Great. How you doing over there? Happy Mother's Day. So I recently got a noise complaint. Me and the chick that I'm currently banging, we got a noise complaint from our apartment because we were having sex too loud. And afterwards, she was so terrible to be around. She was pissed at the apartment. She was pissed at our neighbors. She was just generally not a happy person. And I was thinking of the best place to buy a frame. 'Cause that bitch is going above the TV. Like a bird in the motherfucking house.
Yeah, I tend to date guys that are younger than me. It just is what it is. People call me a cougar. First I was a little offended by that until I realized, well, hell, I am brown and in some places I'm fuzzy, so fuck it. The truth is what it is. But, you know, man, dealing with kids, though, it's something else. And what's really funny is my younger kids, their dad's German-Irish. I say he's probably the whitest white man in America because this dude made me have blue-eyed babies. Figure that shit out. Trust me, that first one popped out, I'm like, I'm gonna need a maternity test. It's not the sort of thing that runs in my side of the family. I don't know what you've been doing. I ain't making no accusations. I'm just saying, bruh, it seems kind of suspect. A little suspect. And of course, I go places with my kids and people would mistake me for the nanny. Didn't know what to think about that until I realized, you know, they're making a couple of positive assumptions about me. One, they think I got a job. And two, they figure I can be trusted with some little white kids. So I'm just saying, a sister might be looking for a reference in a couple of months. Hook me up. Hook me up. But it's funny though, because down in certain parts of Ohio where it ain't all that diverse, you can really confuse some old white people by showing them a pale-skinned blue-eyed baby with a fro. Trust me, they can't handle that shit. They don't know what to do with that. And then, you know, you go to Walmart with them, the greeter's trying to be nice and everything, but curiosity gets the best of them. Invariably, I get that question, well, where did you get that pretty little girl? I don't know, Rent-A-Center? Where exactly are they handing out white babies to black chicks? I'm not aware of this establishment, kind sir, and if you could please inform me of the return policy. I'm curious. Asking for a friend, that's all that is. There's nothing nefarious.
I see a lot of Vietnam veterans with old Asian wives. Is that like a consolation prize or something? Don't groan at that. We lost. I just learned that puppy mills are a bad thing. It sounds so cute. Like, do the puppies work at the mill? Like pushing a wheelbarrow with the little overalls on? No? On the same topic, actually breeding to death doesn't sound like a bad idea either. It's not the first time I'm slow on the uptake. I just learned that Who Let the Dogs Out is a song about ugly chicks at the club. You just got it too. Not last. Alright, I'm gonna tell you a quick story here. It's a story about when I was assaulted by some blind people. That's the story I'm sticking to. And you'll see it my way when I'm done with this here. I was like 15 years old. I hopped on the bus. It was packed full. So there was only one seat open. It was at the front where the seats face each other, right? So I sit down in that seat. Next stop, 2 people get off. Next stop, 2 blind people walk on. I know they're blind. They got the dogs. And they sit directly across from me. They sit down and they start staring at me. They're not wearing sunglasses, and they didn't have those, scorpion eyes or anything. I don't think anyone else has ever seen Mortal Kombat like me and Amy have. So they're staring at me, and I lean to the left, and their eyes follow me. And I lean to the right, and their eyes follow me. And I'm cramped in, so I don't have a lot of room to work with here. So I look around to see if there's anybody watching me watch the blind people watch me. So, are you recording this? Hold your phone sideways, you maniac. So I'm looking around to see if there's anybody. Watching me. And I decide to give the blind people one of these. That's when the blind lady says, "Oh, we're not blind." I learned a very important fact that they train these dogs before they give them to blind people. They don't just give a blind guy a puppy and let them figure it out for themselves. Oh shit, this guy doesn't know where he's going. I'm taking over. We're setting the precedence in this dynamic. No, blind people know what they're doing. Blind people got it down. There's Braille on everything because of that. There's Braille on drive-up ATMs. Blind people got it down. There's Braille on everything. There's Braille on the changing tables in public restrooms for changing babies. There are Braille instructions for blind people on the place to change a baby. Is there not a better option than the blind guy to change the baby? How does a blind guy know when he's done wiping a baby? Don't you think that if he was attempting to wipe this baby, he wouldn't need instructions? He's got this. And if he needed instructions, what kind of motivational tome is written on this Braille? So you need to change your seeing eye, baby. God, I'm just surprised there's not shit wiped across every word. That's so bad. Oh, they only get worse. Jackie Chan does his own stunts because it's hard to find two Chinese people that look alike. I'm sorry for looking directly at you for a lot of this. It's hard, the lights are bright, and like you're one of the only people I can actually focus on. I'm so sorry. It's hard to be an audience member. It really is. Because you don't know what questions that you can answer. Like a lot of them are vague. Sometimes I throw one out like, where are you from? Like, oh, I should answer that one. Grand Rapids. They'll keep them short so we don't fuck with you. But then sometimes they're really vague, what's the deal with airline food? You're like, oh, I shouldn't answer that one. Can I throw you a curveball, Amy? You ever seen a dick tattoo? I've seen a few. My question is this. Is that like a massage situation where you would want someone of an opposite sex, drawing the word scrumptious on your cock? Or is that like a doctor situation when you want the guy drawn on your, not your, whatever. You are no source for me tonight, Amy. Thanks for playing along. I just feel bad for that poor tattoo guy that has to hold onto the guy's dick and just